Welcome to the 2022 State of the City Address. I'm so happy to be with you tonight. I'm grateful for the overwhelming support of Chandler voters. Your approval of all 5 bond questions provides a mechanism to implement large capital projects and improve infrastructure and facilities. Resident input each year during the budget process will shape projects funded with bonds. Chandler is one of about 40 cities nationally with a AAA bond ratings from all 3 rating agencies, producing great value when bonds are issued. We recently saved $9 million in interest payments by refinancing 2 previously issued bonds. Another $8 million was secured from the state of Arizona for a critical water main at the Loop 101 and Loop 202 interchange. Our fiscal responsibility is why taxpayers experience some of the lowest costs for services, utility charges, and sales tax rates in the Valley. The Civic program created last year gives residents behind-the-scenes insights on how the city works. Year 2 is underway, and we are working with the Mayor's Youth Commission on a youth version. Chandler is truly a community of innovation. I thank members of the City Council for developing a shared vision and strategic goals. 5 focus areas emerged to guide our city. Tonight, I'll address advancements of the past year and preview some things to come. Let's start with 2 of them, economic vitality and innovation and technology. Building is booming. For the 2nd consecutive year, the combined value of building permits in Chandler surpassed $1 billion. Let me share 2 numbers with you. 740,000 square feet. That's the amount of office and industrial space delivered last year. 1.8 million square feet. That's the amount of industrial space now under construction. These investments by developers and the support of brokers are creating space for companies to expand and produce jobs. Above and beyond the billions being invested by Intel, here's another number. $245 million. That's the amount of capital investment businesses are making in the next 3 years as they locate and expand in Chandler. We get compliments all the time about the ease and speed of our development process. We do our part to help Chandler businesses succeed. Another component of economic vitality is tourism and bringing people and dollars to our community. Chandler is a destination for meetings and events, particularly for business. Hotel room demand was up 35% in 2021, which is 5% higher than pre-pandemic levels. This year, Visit chandler.gov will unveil an immersive experience featuring virtual tours and photos to promote travel to our city. Unique places and experiences are being added, including 99 Ranch Market, Pickleball Kingdom, and Arizona College Prep High School. Scheels is transforming space at Chandler Fashion Center into their first Arizona storefront. I look forward to their opening this next year. And hospital expansions by Dignity Health and Banner Health are vastly improving Chandler's medical centers. The most prominent representation of Chandler innovation and technology is found in our employment corridors. The Price Corridor is our largest, and it continues growing thanks to expansions announced by Intel, Northrop Grumman, CVS Health, ASML, Array Technologies, and Cirrus Aircraft. Intel's expansion is creating the most advanced manufacturing plant in the world. And construction of new semiconductor facilities marks the largest private investment in Arizona history. Once operational, Intel projects to add 3,000 new jobs in Chandler. A unique reclaimed water agreement with Intel will serve this expansion and add treated water to our aquifer deep beneath the city to fortify us from long-term drought impacts. An agreement with Salt River Project to underground power serving this and other Price Corridor developments preserves our Chandler neighborhoods. You know, we get asked about water, and by working closely with Salt River Project and Central Arizona Project, we have assured water resources Chandler will need long into the future. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce another company expanding in the Price Corridor. GM Innovation Center is adding hundreds of new jobs in software development. So let's talk about employment elsewhere in Chandler. West Chandler, our second largest employment corridor, is outfitted with new signage. It is nearly 28,000 jobs and miles of frontage along Interstate 10 and Loop 202. An increasing number of developments and business growth is occurring here, including Rinchum, Mechanical Keyboards, Vertra, Cranial Technologies, Stryker, and SkinScript. Chandler-inspired artwork and expansions are enhancing Uptown Chandler, including Laser Components, State 48, and Port Plastics. Downtown Chandler is seeing significant commercial activity and revenue growth. 9 businesses have opened in new or rehabilitated commercial space. In downtown, 365 multi-housing units are under construction, and 2 studies are examining pedestrian paths connecting our downtown area. The Chandler Air Park marks our final frontier. Our goal is to develop a business center served by a modern airport. And to further this goal, the City Council has adopted a new Chandler Air Park area plan. It lays the groundwork to propel the development of an innovation district serving technology, aviation, healthcare, and research and development companies. Businesses who have located in the Chandler Air Park include EMD Electronics, Viavi Solutions, Amazon, Bestway, and Solid Cabinetry. A culture of innovation propels our community, setting a great example of how innovative solutions can improve services and quality of life. Tonight, we are launching Chandler Changemakers, a year-long highlight of inspiring young residents. The video introduces you to some amazing entrepreneurs, award-winning inventors, champions, survivors, and charitable contributors in our community.
Be curious, dream big, and never give up.
Don't be afraid to continue to be great.
No matter what you want to do, you just have to start.
Have a goal that you want to move towards and take the first step.
Pursue something that you're passionate about and that you feel is satisfying a sense of purpose.
As long as you enjoy what you're doing and you put your entire heart and soul into it, you can do whatever you want.
I started Phones for Charity in July of 2021. I collect donations of old or used phones, and I take those phones and I then resell them online, or I fix them and resell them, and I donate the proceeds back to the respective organizations and charities where I collected them. Got into refurbishing phones. Really, it happened when COVID hit and I was kind of stuck at home, just kind of bored looking for something to do, and I got into selling and reselling phones. Initially started as for a profit, and then that kind of evolved into refurbishing phones, and had a desire to have a positive benefit in my surrounding community, and that was kind of what led to the Phones for Charity. I have phone collection drives at Hamilton currently, and then I donate all the proceeds that are raised from those phones back to the Hamilton Student and Welfare Fund. And then I really wanted to expand, and I emailed a lot of nonprofits and charities, and United Food Bank was willing to help me out with this initiative, and Closed Captain was also willing to do that, so I ended up partnering with them.
I created a rapid and automated system to screen for blood diseases. So the 2 parts of my project were first this 3D printed piece which you can attach to like a cell phone, and it basically turns your cell phone into a microscope. And so with the camera we can capture images of blood cells. And the second part of my process was basically analyzing those blood cells to determine if there's disease. So I developed a web application using image processing techniques and machine learning, and what it does is tell you which cells are diseased as well as whether you should see a doctor about your disease diagnostic. So I'm hoping with my project that in these regions where blood tests are more difficult to come by, that it'll make the tests more accessible and easier for patients to be able to get early diagnostics. I am a cancer survivor, and being in the hospitals and going through treatment has really motivated me to put my work into the medical field and help with disease diagnostics. So with the microscope, I was able to target blood diseases specifically because you need the microscope to see the blood cells. And so I was basically able to connect those 2 challenges and develop one solution that can encompass all of it.
I designed the wildfire prevention system, and basically it uses satellite and meteorological data to predict hotspots, which are areas where wildfires can occur using artificial intelligence. And then what it does is it sends a drone to the location to spray fire retardant to effectively prevent wildfires. I was inspired to solve this problem when my family and I were driving home from LA. There was a huge wildfire which was in our path and it was destroying everything. Being so close to the fire and then also having like friends who actually had to evacuate their homes because the fire was so unpredictable, that really made me want to solve that problem. But after doing like months of research and taking online courses, I finally figured out how I could use artificial intelligence to solve wildfires. Any words of encouragement really keep me motivated. I think it's also the inspiration that I've gotten. Even from elementary school, my teachers supported me with my science fair projects. All of these experiences have really helped me find my love for science, and so that's why I really invested time into this, because I really believe that I could make a difference.
Well, it was a really fun year. We won our annual Westwood tournament, got to play in Florida, a really good experience for us. We're the first team featured on ESPN, and we played the #1 team in the country, and then we also got back-to-back state titles.
It was a very proud and honoring experience being able to play on ESPN, especially with it being the first time high school volleyball's ever been featured.
We've been playing with each other for a really long time, and we actually kept the same team that we had last year. We didn't add anybody new to it just because we felt like the atmosphere in the gym was like so good, and we just wanted to keep everything the same.
I think it's really easy for our teams to be able to trust each other, especially for how long we've known each other. And it's also a really good feeling to know that like no matter what, like someone's always going to have your back, like whether you're down, like whether you made a mistake, or like even when you like get a point, like someone's always there for you and you're always there for them.
We've had a lot of large senior classes before that have been full of talented girls, but being able to say majority of the girls are playing at the next level is really cool. I think just being able to make history for our school and our city is pretty awesome. Hamilton Huskies on 3! 1, 2, 3, Hamilton Huskies! I eat a lot of ice since I was younger, and I've always wanted to start a business, and so it's hot, Arizona, so I thought shaved ice would be the best idea to start a business, especially for my first business. In early February, I put together a business plan on a website that I found because I was looking up how I should start a business now that I had this idea. It took me like a month to create my business plan, but when I finally had it, I presented it to my parents. And I created a whole investor presentation for them to show them that I'm not messing around and this is actually something that will produce a profit. The community was so supportive. They were so nice. They came up to me and like, oh my gosh, you started a business, you're 15, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I wish I would have done that when I was younger, and they were just so supportive. It made me feel really accomplished. The thing I'm most proud of from starting this business is that I was able to turn a profit, pay back my parents, and stand outside for 12+ hours in the Arizona heat in 112-degree weather every day this summer.
We raised toys for the Arizona Cancer Foundation for Children.
It was September, so we usually do stuff for the Children's Hospital then. We do that because September is the cancer month.
We donated toys and everybody wore gold for Go Gold Day.
My friends and I, we all held up posters to remind everybody to bring toys and to wear gold. We both had it. I think it was nice when I got them because I didn't really have anything else to do.
I had a lot of toys that I got when I was in the hospital that I didn't use, so I just donated them.
When we got the toys, it made me feel good. I know that the people at the hospital are going to be happy.
A couple years ago, I donated a pair of sneakers to a local student, and seeing his reaction filled me with so much joy and happiness that I knew I had to take this to a larger scale. Our first media appearance, we raised, I think, about $7,000 within the first week of that story airing. It was unbelievable momentum, and that's when I knew that we really had something, that the community wanted to support a positive story that was really changing lives here in Chandler. The mindset I had was go big or go home, and I wasn't going home. So I knew I was going to help every single student at the school from preschool up to 6th grade. And through the supplier that Shoes That Fit uses, we were able to purchase enough shoes and socks to help every single student at these elementary schools. I remember the students were like, Sam, how much did you raise? And I would tell them the amount, about $15,000 for that first event, and their jaws would drop. They're like, oh my gosh, we thought you raised millions. And it was just awesome. But I think these kids really realized that they too can make any event like this happen. A new pair of shoes provides this instant impact on someone's life, right? It's the boost of confidence. You stand tall with pride, and you can just walk around knowing that your feet are going to be comfy. You run a little bit faster, I think, sometimes, and it just makes you so happy to look down and know that you have shoes on your feet that you can enjoy. It not only affects them, but it radiates to everybody else around them too. So it's so nice seeing that and knowing that just one pair of shoes can make a really big positive impact.
So we first went into the qualification matches in Worlds, and we did pretty good. We were able to get second place in our division, and then we won a division championship. So we moved on to the overall finals. We were able to get the max score possible, but that tied with some other teams. So we went into a tiebreaker run in which I did the max score with 10 seconds left. That tiebreaker time was able to win us the world championship, and it was pretty stressful, but overall a great experience.
When we won World, it was kind of like all of our years of doing VEX paid off, and it was all worth it in the end.
This competition was also the biggest online robotics competition in the world, making it an official Guinness World Record, but unofficially, Karan set the world record for fastest max score with the most amount of stop time, which is pretty cool. It's not actually a Guinness thing, but I don't know, I can email them.
It was the largest online robotics world competition, so for us, it really didn't mean as much as winning, obviously, because that's what we had been aspiring to do for these many years. But it's still really cool to be a part of something that is changing the books.
It's kind of like we're making history in a way, VEX history, and yeah, it's amazing.
For me personally, winning VEX Worlds taught me the life lesson that hard work and determination always pays off. And it really taught me that if I put my mind to it, I can do anything.
Giving back and being able to see the impact that I'm having in my community really makes me happy, and it really warms my heart to be able to do something beneficial and do something that I believe is meaningful and worthwhile.
Helping made me feel good.
It's just a fun thing to do.
Helping others provides a feeling that no other experience can give. It is this extreme happiness and satisfaction and sense of fulfillment I really don't think we can find anywhere else.
If it's something that you enjoy and that you truly enjoy doing it, and you put a lot of work, a lot of time into it, you're going to be good at it. Winning is going to come as a side effect.
I think that anyone who's interested in science should really just take the first step. When you first start, it's really important that you have a passion and a goal that you want to move towards, and sort of the steps in the middle are where you learn all the skills.
Even when I was creating my solution, I faced many roadblocks, but I think that just the mentality that nothing is impossible can definitely help you go further with any project that you want to do.
If you have a dream, no matter what other people say about it, just do what you want to do. Even if you think you'll fail at it, at least you'll say that you did it.
We won our state title junior year, and everyone says it's hard to go back to back, it's hard to repeat, pressure, a lot of different factors, but we wanted it, so we got it, because we work hard, trust each other, and love volleyball.
I have learned that nobody is too small to make an impact. Kindness is always needed, and that whenever you have a goal or a dream, go for it and don't give up, because it is possible.
Wow. As the saying goes, children are our future. And with these kids, I think our future is in great hands. It's now time to address our final 3 focus areas: mobility, neighborhoods, and quality of life. Let's start with projects that are improving mobility and road safety. The Transportation Master Plan outlines ways to enable people to move around Chandler. We have widened streets, added bike lanes with plans for more. We completed a study and acquired a $2 million grant to launch a flexible transit service in the Price Road corridor. The unique partnerships with Lyft connects Chandler riders with regional transit services. We've identified several corridors for new bike lanes, protected lanes, or a shared use path that enhances safety for bicyclists. Now, on to neighborhoods. Our population has surpassed 280,000 residents. Development of 700 single-family homes and 300 multifamily dwellings last year has added housing options. Partnerships involving homeowners, businesses, and volunteers are preserving the character and quality of existing neighborhoods. 300 residents joined the Envision Galveston neighborhood event. 108 home improvement projects were completed during the For Our City Day and Let's Pull Together programs. The Good Neighbor 101 classes are bringing residents of traditional neighborhoods together and connecting them with city services. Construction of 167 affordable senior housing units will begin this year through a public-private partnership. 120 families in public housing are enrolled in a program that helps them achieve economic independence through education and job training. We've devoted many resources towards helping people stay in their homes and rental units, thus preventing homelessness. And by monitoring court cases, 71 evictions were prevented by connecting residents with resources, a practice now followed by other cities. We launched Chandler Support Court to connect those experiencing homelessness and charged with misdemeanor crimes with services aimed at ending their homelessness. We're leveraging technology to police smarter and more effectively. Callers can stream live video footage to our 911 Emergency Communication Center. A state-of-the-art virtual firearms simulator is in use at the Public Safety Training Center. The police department's forensics section was named a top-performing lab by the American Society of Crime Laboratory Directors. Our Public Safety Training Center is now an accredited paramedic training site, enabling students to earn college credit as they attend. A new partnership with Maricopa Ambulance adds ambulances and advanced medical equipment, improving our response capabilities. Our busiest fire station will be rebuilt in stages, starting this year to expand our response capacity in North Chandler. Voter approval during the recent bond elections made this possible. The safety of our community is paramount. Now let's dive deeper into our excellent quality of life. We celebrate the community's rich heritage through events, exhibits, and programs including the Multicultural Festival, first ever Asian Moon Festival, and month-long Chandler Contigo series. The Chandler Museum's Bigger Than Boxing exhibit offered intimate details about our first Black City Council member and fostered collaborations with many community groups. Diversity mini grants for schools reached nearly 4,000 students and helped schools expand their library collections. And we are engaging community stakeholders in the city's diversity, equity, and inclusion assessment to help us create a roadmap for the future DEI programs. Our Chandler Center for the Arts and Vision Gallery offered a series of online performances and art programs reaching 40,000 households and 7,000 students. The Chandler Public Library recently opened The Makery, a space for all ages to explore emerging technologies, learn new skills, and create art and media content. Lantana Ranch Park is a popular addition to our park system, and the playing surfaces of numerous athletic fields have been improved. The Field of Honor at Veterans Oasis Park provides a permanent monument honoring the service and sacrifice of Chandler veterans. It's the first memorial of its size and scope in the Southeast Valley. A restored Korean War era plane known as Willie is a prominent fixture of this monument. And speaking of veterans, we formed a Military and Veterans Affairs Commission. Chandler is recognized amongst the safest cities in America, best places to buy a home and raise a family, top cities to find a job and for women in tech, and top spots for recreation and an active lifestyle. The great schools in Chandler have garnered many accolades, awards, and championships. Crime rates are the lowest in 35 years thanks to the efforts of our community and police. Crime rates this low last occurred in the 80s when Chandler only had 80,000 residents. The state of our city is strong and focused on the future while honoring our community's rich heritage and culture. Our financial security is great. Our water supply is secure. Our city is safe. Our downtown is kicking it. We've never had more jobs, our corporate headquarters located in Chandler, all over Chandler. Our future is bright. I am proud to serve as your mayor, and we're honored to continue to serve you as mayor and council.